Now both were offline? Ah. There we go. Harstem is back. Yes, Year of Harstem. Ishan Leon was a cool game. I don't see that. Oh. Yeah, why do I not see that? I don't see that here. Are there any custom games? Fortitude versus Sock? Oh, that might be WSB actually. Nothing jumps the eye. Yo, X7 tag, thank you. Wait, didn't you get your sub notification yesterday already? The hell? Bakev, thank you for the 5 months.
Less than 3 Neo.
Yes! Less than 3 Bakev. Okay, Casper and Harstrom it is. Harstrom. As other great talented casters call him. Hey! Harstrom. Okay, good to see that my overlay isn't crashing so far. Harstrom in the pink, Caspent in orange. Orc Mirror. Orc Mirror could be very interesting. As you know, you can't eat Tauren anymore due to resistant skin. Will people have the time to get there is the question. Do we have any AMD gamers, by the way? Is there an improvement for you guys? This patch was supposed to save AMD gamers. Do you have an AMD CPU? Are things good for you now? Alright, we got Caspin. Also back to one-on-one. I don't think he played that much. It's a lot better. That's good. Farseer grunts for Caspin. I'm not too familiar with both player styles, to be honest. And Blade Master. Yes. Captain on patch day. Let's see if he still got it. Wow, Blade Master Grunt mirror image. Mirror image was nerfed. 5-second cooldown. Wait, did my overlay reflect that? We'll see. Oh, Big Bursey is up. Yes, 5 seconds. Boom, it's working. Lovely. Sweet block by Caspin. Okay, good to see. Good to see the new values are reflected in our overlay. So far, Custom is not having a great time against Caspin here. Grunt hurt and dead. Block, block, block. Oh, so close. So close. But yeah, Caspin unfolding the tier 2 is slightly behind with this fast year investment. Interesting to see both players on grunts. There's no real change that should incentivize that. No shop up on either side. Ring plus 3 is of course a nerf to mirror images as well.
Town is under siege.
Oh, another shop cancel. Goddamn Caspin, let the man have some fun. That's what you get when you're 2k MMR and you don't play for weeks.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shadowhunter Beastery. I'm curious if someone dares to go to Tauren. Or Witch Doctors, right? But it's double Beastery. Oh, Firelord Bush. Not giving us anything that has changed in this patch. God damn it. And pillaged. Okay. Okay, Farseer, Firelord, Mass Raiders. Well, anyway, we're gonna stick with it. To see if Hearthstone can recover. Supply-wise, it's even. Blade Master scales like crazy. With Hex and Raiders, he gets the lockdown. Yeah, the rise of Hearthstone has been very impressive earlier this year. Lava spawns. Oh, retreat, 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 retreat. Still no shop is so painful, man, against this oppressive strategy. Ay, ay, ay. He tried to micro the SH away. Trying to get a shop up now. That hurts. Yeah, Caspin just plowing through the army right now. And then it should be a lot of hero focus, I guess. Against mirror image, not that easy. Will we see how the new Orb of Slow is performing? Well, we saw it versus Night Elf. Basically makes it so that a bear is not attacking anymore. Remember the whale from Finding Nemo? That's pretty much the speed of a bear with the double slow. I'm gonna attack you. My best bear impression. Kiwi! Thank you!
Moin.
Moin! Yeah, moin, you too! Oh, SH, that's the hero focus we were talking about. Lovely wolf blocks by Caspent as well, man. Can the Blade Master scale? He had a potion and still died. Yeah, Firelord and Fastia are not scaling that well, to be honest. Blade Master absolutely is. But Caspent, with every ensnare comes a kill. Passed it over 0.1 second before dying. Ah, thank you, Max. Oh no, the miserable life of a Shadow Hunter. Sweet by Harstem actually, to position a mirror image to not fully close the surround. Potions on cooldown, 15 more seconds, trying to block with the ward, but that ain't happening. And I don't see the Blade Master scale that crazy. Kalux, thank you for the sub as well. God damn, the sub streak is strong today. New patch, new sub. Love, 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 love it. Yeah, that was a very one-sided affair. Oh, Fortitude versus Colorful. Fortitude versus Colorful. That is our match 1000% for sure. Fortitude. Kaho, not Colorful. Fortitude Kaho. Fortitude Kaho. Hell yeah. Okay. That's gonna tell us. That's gonna tell us quite a bit. What are they thinking? Oh no, I have to restart. Overlay, don't let me down. Yeah, that's gonna be the sickest match we've seen so far today. Listening to API, good. Start game, good. Depending on how long this goes, might be the last game so far. I have a meeting that I have to attend. Oh, I'm hyped for this. Very, very, very much hyped for this. Off we go. This is a W3C Chinese qualifier grand final rematch, but on a new patch. What's the direction for the Night Elves? What's the direction for the human? These guys will show us. Here on War 3 Champions, Kaho on the bottom left-hand side, the winner of the DWCC China versus Fortitude, the winner of the last main event of DWCC. Allegedly, he said on his stream that human is pretty much dead and he worries for the human fans. But we'll see. We have seen some successful humans today. Leon was successful versus Colorful already despite the Huntress. And Kaho still opens Demon Hunter. While Colorful was trying to re-establish the Keeper meta, we ain't seeing that here just yet. For Fortitude and in general, most likely for all the humans, the openers will be the same. Wonder if Kaho goes Hunts with this. And if not, if we're gonna see a Blood Mage from Fortitude. Blood Mage, big nerfs on the Banish. And that will help Night Elf for sure with Demon Hunter Bears. Lots of questions here. Let's answer them together. The third human that's going for a fast expansion in this matchup that we see today. 2 of these games were on Last Refuge, so it's quite understandable. Here on Northern Isles, we still do the same. Kaho at the ready with the Wisps. You can theoretically detonate a little more due to higher lumber availability. Yeah, there's a lot of changes in this matchup. 40 gets the last hit, loses a worker. This is, of course, a 3 armor militia now. And they are getting burned to a crisp. To crisps? No, to crisp. Yeah, and that instant expo play against the old Demon Hunter immolation was risky. Very risky. He didn't get the level 2. He got a parry up, which is alright, but not great. And we get some Wisp Harass here, which should cut into lumber alongside the detonate. Thank you, Night Bear, for the 5-month and K Springly for the 2-month. A double sub. More subs. I'm not opposed to that. Attempt the last hit here, Kaho. Always a man with fantastic micro and last hits. Trying to squeeze out some damage. Maybe one more kill. Evac. And here we go. Alrighty. 40. What are we doing now? Tech is running. Huntress Hall is coming early. And Cow continues with the pressure. Yeah, this should work. Despite not having Huntress at this stage. Should be good.
A player's forces are under attack.
Good deny by 40, but no progress at all towards level 3. Expo is so bad. Yeah, this Demon Hunter Harass is very, very noticeable. And very atypical for 40 as well. To go for this early expo instead of higher level. So Kao keeps him in check. He doesn't have... was about to say no expansions just yet, but here it is. Still 360 lumber. After the expo. It was also 10 wisps for a while, we have to say. Demon, Archmage, both in trouble. Both have boots. Can you save yourself? Oh man, the shop isn't finished yet. Old man will fall off the horse. Oh no? Wait, what? Just let him go. 40 stabilizing with the tower up, with the shop up. But no tech, no defend. And we continue pressure with Naga. Oh, I'm so curious. Don't lose everything now. I want to see mid-game. I want to see mid-game so bad. I want to see defend. I want to see a blood mage. I want to see everything. One lore. Tch. The Night Elf with gold problems but no lumber problems. That's a rare sight. Tech has started at 6 minutes 30. It's not a horrible tech timing. It's not a great tech timing either. Guys, Kao was on 10 wisps. Come on. That he has a surplus of lumber is normal. But we can meme about it. 300 lumber after expansion, tech, and double lore. Demon Hunter continues to harass. Close to level 3. Rune braces. Wait, who got this one? Okay, 40 got the big ones.
A player's forces are under attack.
At least he scouted that. Halfway to the tech. Same counter as Leon. Trying to go rifles. Yep. Demon Hunter here for the creep jack again. And the -1 armor on militia. Yeah, for these situations, like creeping with militia, that hurts.
A town is under siege.
True chat, no incentive just yet by Kaho to go for a shredder. And we also have to say that Fortitude, even before the patch, was struggling big time versus Night Elf, unlike any other human.
A player's forces are under attack.
Kao, not a fan of hunts, huh? And 40, no fan of defend. It is the Blood Mage. Off we go.
A player's forces are under attack.
Blood Mage Rifle Mass Caster. Yes, this is exactly what I want to see. Is Banish still OP or not? Four-second cooldown on Banish. I don't worry too much about Siphon Mana in this matchup, to be honest. That should be fine. Here it is. We still open up with Siphon to distribute towards the Archmage, who's still level 2 as well, by the way. Hey, looking at the resources here, humans might need a lumber gather buff. It's looking rather bleak for 40, doesn't it? No tech advantage, lots of gold of course, but low levels. No tier 3 on the horizon at all. And the nerf Blood Mage. Kao plays it like he would have played before, I think. Great. Yeah, it's very surprising to see 40 on this low lumber. Okay. That was incredibly one-sided. Kao just kept them in check with the old strats. Of course, lumber is beneficial for the builds of the Night Elf, for every build of every Night Elf, always. So that surely helped automatically. But that's about it. That was the only thing, right? And militia, maybe. But yeah, that was a monstrous harass by Kaho. Too much, too much, too much, too much. Okay, that means we have time for one more game. That's a lot of... games happening that were a draw. So far, I gotta say, my worst fears have not come true, but I haven't seen Orc versus Undead yet. Death Note. Oh, Death Note versus Starbuck. Let's go. Yeah, that's gonna be our last game for this afternoon. Are you excited for this weekend? Hell yeah, I'm excited for DWCC. Banger, banger, banger groups. Holy shit, this is gonna be so good starting Friday. Good Friday indeed. Oh yeah, it is Good Friday. I have to get lots of groceries. Yeah, this is gonna be a cool testing ground now. Starbucks Orc versus Death Note. 80 seconds, and then we're good. Yeah, I haven't seen my two worst matchups yet. Or my worst feared matchups. Undead vs Orc. I truly struggle envisioning Undead vs Orc. I don't know. I got no clue. But maybe I just have to see it unfold. And maybe other people are smarter than I am, which I definitely question. But I can't envision Undead vs Orc. I can't. "15 seconds. Death Note and Starbuck will both play in the Back to Warcraft weekly monthly final, by the way, tomorrow at 7. That's gonna be real proving ground. There were a couple of Undead vs Orc this morning, and with Lynn, it was super one-sided. Torrent and Castle's greater all. I mean, on the one hand, it's Lynn. On the other hand, yeah, I don't know how to stop that. Also, I don't know how to stop Wyvern. Against Lucy. Well. To be honest, Lynn should beat Lucy with any Orc strategy. I don't think that tells us much. So, Death Note versus Starbuck, our last game for this afternoon session. Let's see what they're cooking. We got Death Note left-hand side. I mean, the classic opener, since Death Note is never a Pally Rifle player, would be Archmage Footman. And then what is Starbuck doing on this patch? Is this already preparing for Starbuck to go full orc? I guess why not? Farseer Headhunter, strong because there's a drastically weaker defense. And yeah, as expected, Farseer Headhunter, Archmage Footman. Okay. We've seen one human orc so far. There was a rifle push. It was successful. But that was also on a very, like on a way lower level. Now let's see where this is going. And what Death Note's idea is. So in this matchup, Militia Armor is a factor. Priest Healing is a factor. Defend Nerf is a factor. And yeah, that's pretty much it. For orcs, still hard to see and feel. I don't think Wyvern will have a big impact, especially on this map. Maybe against expansions. Wards. Wards I don't think are that strong against rifles. But yeah, orcs should have a way easier time. In the early and mid game especially. And then you can try and tech to Tauren. And maybe some Witch Doctor action. Yes, good for Starbuck now that he played Orc the entire time on patch 1.36. Always been very race fluid. 3 farm tech. Usually designed to creep up to level 3. Now we kinda need to worry about level 2 as it was back in the old Farseer Headhunter days. Nice deny. Militia Core. That cuts into lumber. Goes for a late Arcane Tower and another rifle. So yeah, Starbuck, I'm very, very curious what you do. 3 Headhunters into tech, now the 4th. Yeah, I think orcs are gonna have a lot of fun this patch. Good defense so far. Try Death Note. Putting quite some pressure on Farseer, on the Headhunters. At some point you gotta retreat. But yeah, so far it seems like no human thinks the defend is worth it against Headhunters. We get a Headhunter kill. But yeah, being one base is oftentimes razor sharp already, and then the expenses, even though they were lowered for defend, is probably not something you can afford when you want to go for a sharp rifle caster push. So 2 Headhunters down, similar as it was for Henke versus Rolex on a lower level. Shadowhunter second no TC. Yeah, I think that adds a bit of stability and a solid disable as well, as the Mountain King is coming alongside Priest. Maybe Sorks? We'll see about that. But yeah, Starbuck at the same level as this Archmage. Nice.
A player's forces are under attack.
And we get the tier 3 and Tauren. Okay, everybody wants the Tauren. Troll region, nice little update here. Compared to the game that we've seen prior, Starbuck has a lot more map presence. And not much time for Death Note to do anything. Oh no, we got Hex. Oh no, don't kill him before the Tauren. RIP. Only one priest. Yeah, priest range. True also. Yeah, this is a rough one. I mean, we're killing some headhunters, take some of the stability away. But this is not the timings we want to see. Death Note fighting though. There's not too many headhunters left. 3 only. Starbuck goes only 1 Tauren totem instead of 2. You can probably queue a Walker for magic damage Spirit Link. And then go into Tauren.
A player's forces
But yeah, Orcs are struggling mid-game. They absolutely do. Against Mountain Giants, Rifle Priests, that is the norm. The big question for the human is, what then? Last hit. Ooh, to Starbuck, I think. Getting punished with a Stormbolt. SH. Oh, the potion! Heaven sent greater heal potion, man. If not for that potion, he's so dead. Yeah, he's having a good time now. There's a lot of single target damage and Spirit Link helps so much with that. Even as the time to go for Cement, as well as the Dispel upgrade. And once more we don't see Sorceress. Which I think is right. Starbuck still hurt here. This is competitive. Heal Scroll had to be used. Starbuck was also a little bit lucky there. Oh no, not again, not again, not again, not again. Death Note, run! Getting a bit aggressive here. Wants to stay, as he has another Stormbolt. Just has to decide where it ends up on. Oh no. Oh no, that Hex. Oh, for real, dude. Dispel is enough, actually. Holy smokes, what a wild ride. Priests try their best to heal from afar. And Starbuck is not going Tauren just yet. Just, oh, there is one. Alright, alright. Now the rifles are in trouble. You don't want to be in melee range at all, thanks to the mini pulverize. You get a lot of presence with the Tauren, I gotta say. It is incredibly hard to control now. Not magic resistant, not magic immune, but magic resistant. But the AoE damage is pretty much exactly what you want to see. Death Note in the ropes here. Despite the priest heal, that doesn't do too much to you. If there's a little bit of healing, this torrent can stay even longer. Has to decide if he wants to use Hex or Heal Wave. I think one thing is for sure, we're still living in piercing damage meta. But yeah, at this point, this is a super under-leveled Mountain King.
Players' forces are under attack.
If he had more impact here, but I can understand Death Note, like, trying to push the entire time, trying to fight with the rifle caster power spike against the power void of a tier 3 orc tech. And yeah, now with Triple Hero, now with Tauren and Pulverize upgrade, and then soon Ancestral Tauren. That's RIP. Woo, yeah. This... I mean, it's the expected outcome, right? Triple Hero, tier 3, all the upgrades versus tier 2 timing that didn't hit because Starbuck shut the door in the middle, and then there's constant brawling. And if you don't overwhelm, especially due to the Archmage loss in the middle, that's it then. I feel like we haven't... We didn't gather too much evidence just yet. I am... Okay, what did we say in the beginning of the cast? This is what I said in the beginning of the cast. Pella Rifle dead versus UD, still good versus Orc. We haven't seen any Pally Rifle players, so we don't really know. Big suffering in general in comparison to 1.36. I think so far this is true. We will see if this is a naturalized power level or if it's too weak, but this remains to be seen. Hunter's change, not as big as people think. I'm fairly confident about this one. I am fairly confident about this one. We've seen them like twice or so. They seemed they're in a good place. For now, for now, for now. Timings will change. Use cases will change. But the first Huntress games that we've seen so far, it's not as big of a deal as people thought. For now. We haven't seen these base races versus Orc yet. We haven't seen them in combination with talents versus Undead. So this is still two use cases that I worry a bit about. We also haven't seen a mirror. Way more Keeper. We've still seen Demon Hunters. But Colorful also tried a Keeper versus Leon. Orc, dominant faction of the patch. So far, so true. Haven't seen them versus Undead yet. And we haven't seen Wards yet. I still haven't seen anything that speaks against it, though. From my prediction. And Undead, we've only seen an X-Lord game where he sold his Necropolis and still won. While Little DC lost his hero 2 times and had 2,000 gold. Maybe not the greatest example. So, what is your takeaway for now? I think everything you say is fair. Don't judge too early. Yeah, it's like, as I said, we put our, like, we just test the waters. Give the balanced month to shift. I think we'll see some experimentation with the new builds and they will largely become more niche again. I don't know, man. For example, I don't know if a Blood Mage will survive this, for example. In Human vs. Night Elf. I don't really see a great case for a Blood Mage anymore. Which is good. Yeah. Let me be honest with you guys. I've been a doomer about this patch for, like, basically since the first version. It got better. But yesterday when the patch hit, I was still a big doomer. And I thought it's gonna be horrible. And to be honest, we still haven't seen my biggest worries. So I hold the judgment. But so far, what we've seen is not too concerning. But we haven't seen everything. Especially witch doctors and especially Orcrus Undead. But hey, whatever I say is getting picked out of context anyway. So we'll see if I'm wrong or right. So I have a meeting now in a couple of minutes. I'll see how long that goes. Maybe I'm back for another session. Otherwise, we are back with Dach Inferno at 8:30. This was just I mean, I was so excited to see games that why not sharing? Thank you guys for a lot of subs. I'm gonna rate you to someone. Is Mr. 8-Man still streaming or did he quit? Ay, in real life was calling, huh? Unbelievable. Then I will rate you to Witty, who's probably also very nuanced in his takes about this patch. Let's see. Have fun with the wit stuff. And see you later for more discussions and more patch games.